leader like Benjamin Netanyahu, missing a stage like CPAC Hungary isn't just a scheduling conflict, it's a shattering of his political identity. To understand why his silence today is so loud, we have to look at what this specific meeting represented for him. The last fortress of his international legitimacy. The fortress in Budapest. Why he had to be there. 1. Defiance of the ICC. Since the International Criminal Court issued an arrest warrant for him in late 2024, Netanyahu has been a fugitive in much of the Western world. Hungary is his only safe harbor in Europe. Prime Minister Viktor Orbán is the only EU leader who has openly invited him to defy the warrant. For Netanyahu, showing up in person would have been a middle finger to the international courts. A way to say, I am still a world leader, and your laws cannot touch me. 2. The Judeo-Christian alliance. Netanyahu's political survival depends on his role as the defender of the West. CPAC Hungary is the headquarters for the National Conservative Movement, an alliance of leaders like Orbán, Trump, 47, and Malay. To stay relevant, he needs to be seen as the general on the front lines against radicalism. If he isn't on that stage, he loses his seat at the table of the new global right. 3. Proof of command. With the war against Iran and the Operation Roaring Lion strikes reaching a fever pitch, a leader must project strength. In the tradition of his Likud party and his own military background, presence is power. A video can be faked. A physical appearance is undeniable. By failing to show his face even on a screen today, he didn't just miss a speech. He abandoned the narrative that he is still the one in control. The breaking point, the final proof. This brings us back to this staring at the waters moment we've been discussing. When you take a man who needs to be seen for his own survival, and you give him the perfect stage in Budapest, but he still remains invisible, the silence becomes the message. The empty chair. 3 weeks until the truth? Today was supposed to be the moment of truth. CPAC Hungary, the only place in Europe where Netanyahu is treated like a king, set the stage for his grand return. Instead, total silence, no physical appearance, and more shockingly, not even a live video link. To those of us watching the bad AI glitches and the shifting shadows of this war, this isn't just a security precaution. It is the absolute proof. If he cannot show his face to his most loyal allies to prove he's alive and well, then the rumors of his passing or total incapacitation have transitioned from theory to reality. He is either physically gone or so politically dead from the wounds of this conflict that the mask has finally slipped. The power shift is real. While 47 remains submissive to the old guard, bypassing Congress to fund a war run by strategists like Stephen Miller, the ground is moving. Iran is standing firm, and the U.S. looks more like a servant than a leader. How long can they hide it? 1 week. They'll blame operational security. 2 weeks. The whispers will turn into a roar. 1 month. Overwhelming. The world will have no choice but to accept that the era of Netanyahu is over. We are watching the end of an era. The faces are changing, the old oligarchs are crumbling, and it's time to say goodbye to the past. We're staring at the waters, and the tide is officially coming in. Hashtag Netanyahu, hashtag CPEC 2026, hashtag